Hello, good evening, and welcome to Thingymajig's racing channel. We are back again covering the Ultimate Racing League Tier 1, this time round 9, round Nürburgring. And I'm just waiting for the channel to work, just in case this is a pointless effort. It's there. So here we are for round 9 of the Ultimate Racing League Tier 1. They've got And then after that, they've got League 1, League 2, League 3, and League 4, all found on their Facebook channel. Just check out the Ultimate Racing League. So the table so far, after 8 rounds of this hard-fought championship, is this. So Wacky Racer is at the top of the table on 276 points. Hang on, I'm just making sure, yeah, this is the right table. Jerry Smiles is in second on 215 points. Grahamad Ali is third on 187 points. Smoky Tom is fourth on 151 points. Niggle is fifth on 146 points, with Stealth in sixth on 143 points, Slowpoke is 7th on 131 points, with Firepower in 8th on 130 points. So a lot to fight for there with Firepower and Slowpoke. And also Hodgie, who's 9th on 130 points. Declan is 10th on 120 points, with James Stephen, he's still got those two of them, that's cheating, is 11th on 110 points. Seabroad is 12th on 80 points, with a Big E in 13th on 67 points. Then we have Benzo in 14th on 48 points, 15th for Conrad on 32 points, and 16th for Robbie, and he has got 7 points. He only showed for Brands Hatch. He just races Brands. That's in his contract. He's there every championship, but just for Brands Hatch, never anything else. So shall we have a look at the grid? We're here at Nürburgring, like I already said, and it's 2 sprint races of, I think, 15 laps is the first race and 14 laps might be the second race. Usually in the second sprint race, they use a soft and a medium racing compound, but today, no, the forecast is not good for the second race, and I believe if there is going to be rain, then there'll be no stops. They can just use the intermediates or all the way, unless it dries up. But we will wait until we get to race 2 to see. So, the grid. I don't think I've got anything else to say. I've energy drink, so I am hyped. And ironically, Dubby are the proud sponsors of the Ultimate Racing League. Please check out a little bit of Dubby for your pleasure. Read then of the grid. Here we go. Take my glasses off. Hodgie is on the pole. Hodgie, what did we say? He was 10th in the 10th in the table. So this is a huge injection of points for his championship if he can maintain that position. In second place, we have Niggle in the new old Honda, looking splendid as he did last race. In third, we have a Corvette. A big purple rod, I must say. And that is Smoky Tom in third on the grid. Fourth is his teammate, Declan, also in a big purple throbbing beast. And we cannot get enough of that. Beautiful stuff. Then in fifth place, we have Jerry Smiles. Jerry Smiles at the moment in a tough championship battle. Some 50-odd, 60 points behind Wacky Racer. And so far, we've not seen Wacky Racer on the grid. So more points to close up on his rival. He is in the Mercedes. Now we're going on to sixth. And it's Hodgie's teammate, Stealth. And we saw him do some beautiful action last round at Tokyo. Will he be able to get something from sixth on the grid? There's a lot of cars to get by, but we believe in Stealth. If he does it quietly, I'm sure he'll do well. In 7th place, we have Muhammad Ali in the pink Aston, looking glorious. These are Group 3 cars, by the way. I think League 3 and 4 use the Group 4 cars. Then in 8th place, we have a Slowpoke, and he is donning a Lexus. And it looks absolutely wild. He's got a cheeky monkey. Oh, a stealth. A stealth? No, a sloth, sorry. A sloth on the back windscreen there. But the Lexus has never looked so good. Then in 9th, we have Seabroad, teammate to Muhammad Ali in the Mercedes. And then 10th place is Firepower in the Lexus. And he's got something to do with fire. There you go, teammate thing. Beautiful stuff there. And donned with some lovely dubby. And if you're getting a little hot under the collar during this race, you can always purchase or invest in some Eldridge air conditioning, because that stuff keeps you cool, if you know what I mean. In the chat, we got Skyjacker with a load of love hearts. Well, big love to you too, Skyjacker. Skyjacker currently burning up through the leagues in the URL. He's down there in the League 4, but he's soon to be dicing with the aliens, I am sure. Let's get on with this race then and see how it turns out. 16 laps, of the Nürburgring. Here we go, rolling start then. Hodgie. And it's a go here for the Ultimate Racing League, round 9, and Hodgie easily pulling away from the little Honda. Honda having to do a little bit of defending there from the Corvettes. Declan trying to go around the outside of his teammate, but no, Smokey has still got it locked in. But Jerry Smiles is having a little look at the back of the Corvettes, waiting to jump the American manufacturer. Meanwhile, Hodgie just playing it by the numbers and pulling away nicely from Niggle. Smokey Tom then in that 3rd spot with Declan 4th. Jerry Smiles chasing him down for 5th. A bit of a gap to Stealth, and Stealth under fire from Slowpoke himself. On board with Slowpoke, he's having a look, but it's a little too far back at the moment. Is he going to get into the braking zone here on the BMW? Unfortunately not, and the Lexus flying high with a Seabroad in 8th place. Firepower has made up a position. Muhammad Ali has got some damage. Shall we have a quick look? It's unfortunate. There you go. As they come through the tricky little chicane down in 1st gear, the Group 3 cars have a habit of spinning the back wheels, and there she goes. Oh boy. Hodgie then leads. Skyjacker in the chat saying just busting a gut to get back on track with you. Hey, bless you. Hodgie then leads with a Niggle in 2nd and Smokey Tom in 3rd. Declan keeping track of the guys as Jerry Smiles is pursuing the front 4. Stealth not too far behind now, starting to creep up to that battle. And I talk about battle because the Honda looks like it might be in trouble now. And Niggle under fire at the moment, and he's doing a great job for the BMW ahead of him, holding up the 2 Corvettes, but not now. Smokey Tom's pulled the trigger, and he is through and up and into 2nd spot. Can he get the Corvette slowed down and down the hill here? Tricky, gravity works against you, pushing you to the outside of the track, and Smokey Tom has got it under control. Niggle then down to 3rd place. He's got to watch out for that other Corvette. They look tidy, but Niggle Tom, not Niggle Tom, yeah, Niggle and Smokey Tom. I combined the 2 of them. I thought it was time. So Niggle then hot under the Corvette. Is he going to go and move in the final corner? There's some brakes locking up, but it's not these 2. It's Declan. Declan having a look up the inside. There was a little bit of contact there, but just racing contact, I believe. And Declan then looks like he's got through there with Niggle and Jerry Smiles also with his championship in the balance, trying to get in the action also, but Niggle says no. Niggle stays in 4th and just loses the position to Declan. I'm sure a little paint was traded there, and the stewards will have to deal with that later on. I don't think it was anything, but I am not a steward. and nor an expert, so please do not take what I say as a kind of reference. You have the ability to stop and go back and look, so you make your own mind up. So Niggle in 4th, then Jerry Smiles in 5th, Stealth 6th, with Seabroad in 7th. The pack still quite closed up. Firepower in 8th. He's got past his teammate Slowpoke, with Muhammad Ali playing catch up. But Hodgie is reigning supreme in the German manufacturer car on German grounds. Smoky Tom in 2nd. And like in 1945, the American manufacturer really wants to ruin the German day, as Declan in 3rd. Niggle is 4th in the Honda, with Jerry Smiles trying to do the Germans proud in the Mercedes, followed by Stealth, and I'm sure Stealth is getting somewhat closer to Jerry Smiles. Jerry Smiles may have to watch out for the Stealth. Meanwhile, Niggle all up and in Declan's business as Smoky Tom pulls away from the warring pair. And they brave through that chicane. I try and stay away from the curbs. I know the quickest way through is through the middle, but it can also very much disrupt the balance of your car. And Niggle still chasing, but it looks like Declan just had the upper hand through those final corners and has pulled out a slight gap from the Honda. Jerry Smiles in 5th with Stealth 6th. Closing is the BMW on the Mercedes. Again, Niggle looks excitable there, but I don't think he's close enough to do anything. Smoky Tom went fastest that second time around, and he's really closing in on Hodgie in the BMW. Hodgie's just clinging on for life there. A 58.7 for Hodgie's first time around a competitive lap, and a 57.1 from Smoky Tom. That's quite a lot faster, isn't it? Declan then might be in trouble from Niggle. He's starting to get on top of the slidey Honda and ready to do business. Jerry Smiles then, he loves it. If they're closing, if they're battling, it helps him close the gap, with Stealth in chase as well in 6th place. 7th for Seabroad, as Firepower in 8th, chasing the Broader. Slowpoke in 9th with a bit of a gap. Oh no, not a bit of a gap. It's a closing gap to Muhammad Ali. A 58.1 last time around for him. Slowpoke doing a 205.6. Yeah, I think he made a mistake. That let his teammate through. Hodgie at the moment, though, doing just fine. Lap 3 of 16. Can he take the pressure from Smoky Tom? As Niggle's got back through past Declan. As Declan made a mistake. It looks like he's not on full power, and now he's got a battle behind him between Stealth and Jerry Smiles as they try and close in on Declan. Declan over those curbs, not scared of him at all. Stealth's gone out wide, and that gives Jerry Smiles, well, it's the place back. I think Stealth was behind him. So Jerry Smiles gets that position back from Stealth as they tug it out. And Declan goes over to get the toe of the Honda, has a little look, and it's a bait and switch. He's gone to the inside. He's going to go for the late break. Oh, by God. And he didn't make the corner, and I can tell you what, I didn't think he may. With that late break, it seemed rather late. I don't think he would have got the train if he turned up that late. So Declan struggling to get into the first corner. Trying to get through the first corner with little braking, and now finds himself behind the Mercedes of Jerry Smiles. And Niggle is now free to do what Niggle does. Smoky Tom still chasing down the leader, Hodgie. Hodgie's now into the 57s, and he's dragging that BMW, kicking and screaming to the checkered flag, with Smoky Tom in pursuit. Niggle in 3rd. Jerry Smiles is 4th, with Declan now under pressure from the Stealth. Stealth giving it all he's got in the Beamer, going a little wide, pulling it in tighter to try and get a better run out of the corner and chase the Corvette, who kicked up a bit of dust there, and closes the gap between himself and the American marquee. Seabroad is getting to view all of that, and Firepower closing in on Seabroad, but at the moment it looks like Stealth is fighty at the moment, fighty and feisty. Excuse me. And he's going for some beautiful moves on the big purple Corvette. And having another look, but the Corvette is wide in Declan's hands, and Stealth hasn't had an opportunity or an open doorway to find his way through. Jerry Smiles at the moment chasing down a Niggle as Smoky Tom in second, getting ever closer to Hodgie. Hodgie at 57.8 that time around, and Smoky Tom at 57.4, nearly 4/10 faster. Niggle at 57.8, with Jerry Smiles doing a 57.9, and Declan in the 2-minuters with Stealth, but that's it, because they're racing each other and slowing each other down. See Broad closing the gap between the two ahead of him, with Firepower also creeping up to the back of the Mercedes in the Lexus that looks like it's quite a handful getting up and over the hill there. And the Lexus looking mightily shaky there as Grahammed has got past Slowpoke. Slowpoke having an absolute nightmare of a race so far. It's not too bad. I don't know how he's lost the position. Grahammed just ultimately faster in the Aston Martin. And Grahammed then making a spot up as he makes his way through the pack. Hodgie leads from Smoky Tom, but Smoky Tom getting ever closer and threatening the poor BMW driver for the win in this race. Beautiful stuff there. Niggle all on his own. He had an exciting few laps at the beginning, but it looks like he has dropped Declan, and it's Stealth's turn to play with him. Jerry Smiles, he's just trying to do those hot laps now to close the gap between himself and the Honda 500 driver. In the chats, we've got Ethan Bloomfields saying, let's go Thingy, great comms, mate. Ah, bless you, thank you very much. So Jerry, then, oh, is there action behind? Declan under fire from Stealth. Stealth really having a serious look at the back of the big throbbing purple Corvette. As C Broad is closing in as well. We've got a three-way battle bubbling here for 5th place, and it's going to be absolutely gigantic. Firepower at the moment has got to worry about Grahammed Ali, and he's coming out of that final corner with an absolute fire in his belly, and he goes up the inside of Firepower, and what an absolute move. It's not a move done yet. Yes, it is. Into the braking zone for the Aston Martin. We've got a yellow flag. We've got a yellow flag. It's Jerry. It's Jerry. Jerry Smiles. 4th place. Chasing down a podium position in a great place in the championship. Needs to get as many points as he possibly can. Why Wacky Racer and the Mercedes just decided it didn't want to go into the corner there. And he's had to wait for the traffic, which is even more painful for him. And yeah, it just looked like the car just slid sideways, and he didn't have much control over that. And he's down now into 9th place with Slowpoke staring down the Mercedes. Hodgie then wishes that would happen to Smoky Tom, but Hodgie has pulled out the fastest lap of the race so far from the BMW, and Smoky Tom has left with a quizzical look on his face on how and where he's going to get that pace from. Is it Venom driving that? It looks like Venom. And let's see if we can do some foolery. It's not that button. It's not that button. Oh my, what did I do? It's that button. Oh great, the sun's reflecting. Yeah, it's not a great view, is it? It's even with the Venom or the Scarecrow driving that car. But Hodgie, oh god, why am I on that camera angle? Hodgie then leads from Smoky Tom. Niggle in 3rd spot, with Declan now in 4th, with the demise of Jerry Smiles, and Stealth is still chasing down Declan, but has lost a little bit of ground to him, and he's got to be more worried about C Broad, who is coming up behind him. Then we have Grahammed Ali up and into 7th. What a race, past 2 Lexuses and a Mercedes, and he's having a good day so far. It started very badly in turn 3-ish, and now it's getting better. Jerry Smiles under pressure from the Lexus of Slowpoke, who is now ahead of his teammate Firepower. So the Lexuses swapping positions, and they do look fresh though, don't they? They look fresh, mint. Hodgie leads from Smoky Tom. Is stalemate up here at the top. It seems the BMW has the pace of the Corvette. Tyres are wearing minimal, so we're already nearly halfway into the race and barely any tyre wear to speak of. So these guys, it's down to mistakes, and at this level, when you get to tier 1, mistakes very rarely happen, do they, Jerry? Nigel is in third spot, and he's looking good for a podium at the moment in the new old Honda. Declan has picked up a penalty. Does that work for Stealth? I think that works out nicely for Stealth. He might be a little too far back, but if I remember rightly, they'll put the penalty place in the worst possible position to slow you down the most. So half a second really equates to nearly a second, maybe a second and a half. So Stealth then trying to close up au naturel, but will soon be given the position from Michael Massey. Nigel then leads in third. Declan, Stealth, Seabroad, I think that's him just about to pay his penalty. It's got the you will be forced to decelerate at the penalty line. Gone are the good old days where you used to be able to cheekily just get rid of it yourself when you lifted in the braking zones. And there you go, he's paid his penalty. Is it enough for Stealth? It's closed him right onto him. And there you go. See, it's not just the penalty, it's oh, well, he's managed to maintain, has Declan. I take it back. It's just because it slows you down on a straight at the beginning of a straight. It's not like it waits till the end of the straight to slow you down, and then it slows you at the beginning, which means you've got to try and pick up speed all the way along the straight. And I know the argument is it's the same for everyone, and that is pretty much where the argument begins and ends, I suppose. But I always think it penalises you too much with the way the penalty system is. That's my grumble done. Hodgie still leads, and Smoky Tom has now taken that fastest lap away from Hodgie and closing in. This is going to be a battle of the ages. Nigel in third, in the middle and nowhere. He's got very little chance of catching the guys up ahead, and he's got miles of space from the guys behind. Declan at the moment is still eluding the old Stealth. Ethan in the chat saying, in the GT4 you lose so much time. Is that with the penalty? I know, it's ridiculous, man. So Declan then in fourth with Stealth in fifth. Seabroad is being caught by Grahamad Ali. Grahamad Ali, similar thing, will stay on board with him for the time being as Hodgie leads. We see a Seabroad there kicking up a bit of dust, and he got through that fast uphill chicaney thing. Is it Schumacher S? What a name. Faster than Grahamad, but Grahamad catches him into the braking zone and made that look relative. Broad then also picks up a penalty for his woes, and he's got his teammate just behind him, which probably works out well for his teammate because he needs all the points he can get. Oh no! Jerry Smiles gets a bounce from the curb and finds himself doing a little off-roading, and that gives Slowpoke a beautiful opportunity to close in behind Jerry Smiles. Jerry Smiles in a little bit of bother right now as the Pokov slows is going to come through up the inside into the braking zone, and he's going to show what this Lexus can do, ladies and gentlemen. Stand back. Here he goes, and that is how, oh dear, he overbrakes it a little bit, but he's still in the fight. He's still on the inside. It's still a battle here. Slowpoke then giving Jerry Smiles what for. And the Lexus obviously having some braking issues out there at the moment. He's struggling in the braking zones, it seems. The car mighty powerful coming out of the corners. And there you go. Slowpoke has made it work and is now ahead of Jerry Smiles. His championship slowly disappearing. He needs to be up there with Hodgie, and he's down here. Eyes. Lex eyes is the plural, I guess, for Lexuses. Lexuses seems a little too much, but Lexi sounds good. So Firepower in the second Lexi is in 10th. Hodgie is maintaining 9 laps in the lead, over halfway. Has Smoky Tom, can he do something? Has Hodgie got him exactly where he needs him? And he's just doing enough to stay ahead whilst he dangles the carrot of the win ahead of the Corvette. Niggle in third, no man's land, no one there near him. This is just a time trial for Niggle, and he's loving it. A podium with no stress. Stealth. Did we see him get ahead of Declan? I want to say we did, but we probably didn't. I probably missed it, and I can't keep going back for every single thing now, can I? Would be So Stealth in fourth, Declan now in fifth with Grahamad in sixth. Seabroad still ahead. Oh no, Slowpoke. Oh yeah, we saw Slowpoke get ahead of Jerry, and Jerry's picked up a penalty. Michael Massey has been busy today. And Slowpoke then in the Lexus, moving away from the Mercedes as they enter the braking zone. But that Slowpoke, that Lexus just looks a little frail when braking. And the heavier Mercedes, I'd like to say, seems a lot more solid in the braking zones. But once they get out of the corners, the Lexus is boxing clever and fighting that Mercedes all the way. Up ahead then, Hodgie still leads from Smoky Tom, but Smoky Tom is absolutely matching him lap for lap, even though he's faster the last time around. And Smoky Tom is going for the last push. Well, the last push. We've still got 6 laps to go. I'm talking like it's over. Niggle in third with Stealth in fourth. Declan is now under pressure from Grahamad Ali. And this man is getting forward for this race one with the most overtakes in a race. Unbelievable stuff. Jerry Smiles then looking around the outside, nothing going there. Underneath then maybe. This is a very fast corner. He's got to have a lot of trust that Declan doesn't come over onto the curb, and brilliant awareness there from Declan, knowing where his team, his racing foe is. And Grahamad Ali made that again look rather easy in the Aston Martin. The Aston Martin is absolutely lit today. And Declan now down there, and it's just demoralising. But Declan, you're doing a fantastic job, bro. Don't fret. Hodgie still leading, but it's very close now. And Smoky Tom going in for the kill. He's doing it for the thrill. I hope you do understand. Now let go of my hand. Niggle in third when Stealth is fourth. Grahamad Ali, is he going to try and go for fourth place as well? Grahamad Ali all the way from the back of the grid after a first, second, maybe third corner incident with himself and in the accelerator pedal, is now chasing down fourth place. Wheels screeching everywhere. Declan, I think his tyres are starting to feel some punishment there as it is squealing for mercy. Slowpoke is chasing down Seabroad with Jerry Smiles not managing to get a foothold in this race. He's got the pace, just not the consistency in the Mercedes today. And Firepower in 10th spot. Hodgie in the lead, and he's eked a little bit more out. Last time we saw him, Smoky Tom closing right up to the back of him, and Hodgie has lengthened that gap. Niggle, meanwhile, 57.8, his fastest in the race. And we've seen the leaders doing 57.0s. That is a pace and some. And Niggle 72 then. He's keeping it on the track, consistent, and doing all he needs to do for a lovely podium so far. Lap 12 of 16. And it's nothing's changed up front between Hodgie and Smoky Tom. Niggle in third, Stealth in fourth. We are a little worried about Stealth's position because Grahamad Ali has got the pace in the Aston. I think, no, it's not even an Aston. Why do I keep calling it Aston Martin? It's a Genesis. No one corrected me in the chat though, did they? Is it a Mazda? Isn't the Genesis like a Mazda? No, it's not Mazda. I can't remember who did the Genesis now. Yellow flag. Oh no, niggle. Oh, just posted his fastest lap, and my word, he was going for a bit of drift. I think he was bored. I think he was bored on his own and he wanted to drift around that one to look good. And Ethan saying, yeah, sorry, haha, and I knew. Oh yeah, I don't know why. I saw two wings. I thought I saw wings on the bonnet and thought, it's got to be Aston Martin. Aston Martins are longer than that usually. It's a Genesis. So there we go. Nigel has gone down to 5th, and oh my God, I think he might have wheel problems. Wheel problems. Real wheel problems. So Nigel losing everything. He had 3rd, wrapped up. Stealth though, he's been promoted into a podium position, but the Genesis, I think last round I kept calling it an Aston Martin as well. I was thinking it doesn't quite look like an Aston Martin, but maybe they've done like one of those Vision cars. But for it's a Genesis. Oh dear, the utter embarrassment. That's why I'm not the best commentator on the UR. I'm not even the. There's better commentators don't even commentate idle races in my league, and doesn't even commentate. So, and he's a better commentator than me. So far from it, and they're proving now why there are better races to watch on the URL roster than the ones I cover. But I'm fresh. I'm just starting out. And Ethan saying looks like a Mustang from the front. That's what I mean. Is it just looks a hobnob of a lot of cars all together. It's a mutant car. Hodgie then in 1st place with Smoky Tom trying to lay on the pressure. Lap 13 of 16, and he's running out of laps now. And the tyre wear, it's a little better on the Corvette, but not really much to write home about. You wouldn't tell your mum about it. Stealth in 3rd. Now Stealth's the man in trouble here from Muhammad Ali. Declan in 5th, and Nigel has got himself up and running again. And 6th place. Oh wow, he's really angry. He's driving mad, I think. I don't think he's got wheel problems. I think he's just driving very angrily. Slowpoke has picked up a penalty, and he's ahead of Jerry Smiles. And Jerry Smiles, for once, hasn't got a penalty. Seabroad in 9th spot with Firepower in 10th. And Hodgie then is the man. He's got to be his heart in his mouth at the moment, beating away 100 beats a bloody second. And oh no, Smoky Tom has made a mistake, and are we going to get a beaten W1-2? I think Muhammad Ali would have something to say to that, but Smoky Tom back on the track, and he's got a lovely gap there, a lovely gap. Yes, he's fine. And Hodgie, the pressure is off now, and Hodgie can just bring this one home for the final few laps at a canter. Just take it chill, brah. Smoky Tom still has the fastest lap though. It's a point on top of whatever else he earns. And Stealth is pulling his big pink caravan along. That is a Genesis, not an Aston Martin. I actually I judge you, Muhammad, for picking the Genesis over the Aston Martin. Why didn't you drive an Aston Martin? And then I wouldn't have been wrong. That's my logic. And Muhammad going for the late break there on the BMW, and it looked messy, but he's completed, and Stealth is behind. I don't know, it looked like he come to near enough a full stop, and I think Stealth went a little wide there, but that was a peculiar overtake. It looked janky and strange, but it worked. Whatever works. And Muhammad now in a podium position. Remember, this man fell to the back. He was dead last. He was 10th by a bit of a way as well. And he has hauled that Genesis all the way up and into a podium position. Smoky Tom was underneath the wing of the BMW leader Hodgie, and then had a moment on the grass and has lost all momentum away from the leader, and he may be defending, who knows. 2 laps to go. And Grahamad has got the bit between his teeth at the moment. Stealth chasing him down though. Stealth knows he's got the pace on the Genesis as he closes into the rear end of the car. And he's looking for a weakness in the big pink Genesis. I feel like I've got to keep calling it a Genesis now to prove, you know, to prove something to myself, probably, and my pride. I've never been a cars person. Don't ask me about cars. They've got 4 wheels, if you don't count the steering wheel, and they go brum brum. Most of them, the proper ones, run on petrol or diesel. There are some ones out there that used to deliver milk, run on electric. Hodgie then leads from Smoky Tom, and Grahamad Ali isn't that far behind Smoky. Smoky's got to keep it sensible, no pushing. He's got to drive for that second spot or he's going to be in trouble from Grahamad. Stealth right there, and Stealth will be a ruin that he should be in that third spot, and he's looking very close to it as well. We've still got this lap and the next for Stealth to come up with something magical to hit the Genesis with. But at the moment, Grahamad seems to be okay. Although Stealth looks like he's got to run now. Comes out that corner a little bit nicer. Can he do it in the braking zone? But no, I think Grahamad just enough space there ahead of Stealth. Stealth gets a better line through the corner. Coming out the corner, he's going to have better pace. Coming up the hill, it's side by side, and oh my word, the BMW goes into the corner first. It's tight here between the two drivers, but it's the BMW that comes out smelling of roses. And that slapped Stealth. Well done. But Grahamad there, he's good round here, he's good round here. He's going to cut into this corner and get a great drive down this long straight. A little bit of contact there, and everything's cool. And Grahamad then getting the run on Stealth quite easily there. He did get out that corner quite nicely, but Stealth's got the inside for the chicane. No, he does not, and Grahamad loses the position slightly, but comes back. What a great drive there from the pair of them. Smokey Joe in a second. And they're on their final lap now, Hodgie and Smoky Tom, sorry. Oh, dearie me. And that's Grahamad ahead of Stealth. 1 lap to go. What's going on here? Niggle's got a penalty. Declan looks like he's defending Clean Air. And Jerry Smiles has got himself back ahead of Slowpoke and Seabroad. Oh, Seabroad is finding a bit of grass that needs a mowing, and Firepower, can he catch him up? I mean, he could, I suppose, catch him up. It's not inconceivable as they start their final lap. Hodgie then, loads of a gap behind him. Look, he did take it chilled as well. 2 2-minute laps. He's just bringing that bad boy home. No mistakes. Smokey Joe still pushing in the 57s. Has closed the gap up a little bit, but I'm sure Hodgie can pick the pace up when and if needed. Grahamad is the man who has been the race of the day, and he's raced everyone apart from the 2 up front. Stealth trying to get that podium back, and it's out of this corner. He's looking good. He's looking very good here coming up the hill, but the Genesis too wide for the BMW to get by. Where is Hodgie at the moment on the track? Not quite there. Smoky Tom, and it's still, this is the battle. Grahamad and Stealth all up and in each other's business. The BMW trying to push on as much as he possibly can and find a crack in the Genesis's armor. Hodgie comes around the final corner to take the win for the BMW. Great driving from Hodgie, lots of pressure, and still came out on top. And Smoky Tom coming home in second. Grahamad then looks like he's got the measure of Stealth and brings that Genesis home for a podium position. Stealth in 4th. Niggle should have had a podium, comes home in 5th with Declan 6th, and Jerry Smiles very close behind in 7th. Slowpoke comes home in 8th, And Seabroad, we saw having that slight spin, still bringing it up and through the chicane. And he's one corner away from 9th spot. And the meaty Mercedes growling around the final corner and head towards the checkered flag. And a great race. Firepower brings it on home also for 10th spot. Great racing from everyone involved. Beautiful stuff. So Hodgie takes the win after 16 laps. And most of those were under pure pressure from Smoky Tom, who brings the Corvette home in second. And Muhammad Ali rounds out the podium in the Genesis. Stealth in 4th, Nigel in 5th, Declan in 6th. Jerry Smiles climbed up to 7th in the end. It's not great for his championship, but he's got to take what points he can. Slowpoke in 8th, Broad in 9th, and Firepower coming home in 10th. Right then, we'll scoot on to the second race. And I think those rain clouds are reforming, ladies and gents. Get your umbrellas out. It might get a little soggy. I just would like to move the cursor on every single thing before I actually choose. And into the screen. I've got to press it quick because... So it should be a reverse grid. It's pouring it down. No, that wasn't what I wanted. I want this. Sorry, guys. You shouldn't have to see this. It's rather unprofessional of me, I know. So, Firepower starts on pole with Seabroad in second. Slowpoke starting third. Jerry Smiles. Now, this might be an opportunity for Jerry if he can find some consistency. I think it was in the glove compartment, Jerry. Just have a quick look. Or behind the sun visor. So Jerry Smiles starting 4th, Declan in 5th, Nigel starting in 6th, Stealth starting 7th, Muhammad Ali starts 8th, Smoky Tom in 9th, and the winner of the last race, Hodgie, starts in 10th. And shall we get off then for 15 grueling laps around Nürburgring? And there's the toot, second toot, third toot, and away we go. And Firepower then onto the accelerator, trying to pull away from the Mercedes. What's the braking going to be like into the first corner? Is everyone going to have it under control? Everything so far seems to be A-OK. Yes, we all made it through the first corner. That rain is absolutely belting it down as Firepower tries to find some traction, as Seabroad comes in close to the back of him, and he's got Slowpoke having a look up the inside, but there's no room there, and it's a little wiggle and a woggle for Slowpoke as he tries to get out of the corner. Jerry Smiles, he's going to be wanting to get motion on the go to get himself ahead of these guys for that championship points, and Declan looking like he wanted to move on Jerry Smiles. Jerry Smiles quite out wide there, and Slowpoke. Seabroad looking like he's going to go for a move on Firepower, but Firepower says no, not yet. Wait. And Seabroad, a little pump up the bum there from Seabroad, and all it does is help Firepower along a little bit more. Slowpoke in third place. He's having a look at the Mercedes here as they come up through Schumacher S, sorry. As Jerry Smiles trying to get a move on the Lexus, and he's got Declan for close company. Nigel in 6th, Muhammad Ali in 7th, Stealth in 8th, Smoky Tom in 9th, Hodgie in 10th. No positions swapped or changed yet. This is exactly where they started, I believe, and already around for one lap virtually. Slowpoke looked like he was having a look at the Mercedes there. He's in a Mercedes. Oh, he's got a bit of a sideways on. And Jerry Smiles does move up And into that third position, another position gained here. Smoky Tom on Stealth. Oh dear. Hodgie and Stealth, the two of BMWs, not working well in the rain here. And nor does it look like the Corvette. But Muhammad Ali is making the moves here. He's on Nigel. Where is he on? No, on the braking. And that's Smoky Tom coming from absolutely a mile back. And Muhammad Ali nearly got caught out there. I think we've got a spinner. I think we had a Corvette on a spin there. And Declan dropping down into 10th. Seabroad now takes the lead from Firepower as Jerry Smiles in third. Nigel now up into fourth, and Nigel nearly took Jerry Smiles. There he goes. Oh, wow, Nigel could get through that corner with a lot more speed than the guys around him. Look at him. He's like he's driving on a different surface. And Jerry Smiles then in fourth. Slowpoke now in fifth with Muhammad Ali sixth. Stealth seventh. Hodgie in eighth. Declan and Smoky Tom's down as well. What happened to Smoky Tom? He was in it. It wasn't Smoky Tom that spun, was it? Let's have a look here. I've jumped back a little too far, I think. And Smoky Tom, there was a bit of contact with Muhammad Ali. And no, I think that wasn't to do with the contact. I think that was just to over anxious on the accelerator, maybe. I'm not sure. I am no expert on these things. But the two Corvettes not handling the rain very well, and they're bottom. Seabroad leads, Firepower in second. Nigel, with that move, he jumped Slowpoke and Jerry Smiles, I'm pretty sure of it. And that's got to be the move of the round so far, even though Muhammad Ali was doing some beautiful work in the first race. It looks like the little Honda has got a nip on. That's not meant to be racist, but it works, doesn't it? Seabroad pulling out a lead with Firepower in second. Jerry's got a back end as wiggly as you like and loses a hell of a lot of positions there. And Hodgie is ahead, and that is not what Jerry Smiles needs in this race right now. Slowpoke's drifted down to 8th with the two Corvettes, Declan and Smoky Tom in that last spot. Seabroad still leads, doing what must be done, what needs to be done. He's showing the rest of the pack. Slow and low is the way. Firepower in second with Nigel in third. Muhammad Ali is in fourth place with Stealth in fifth. Stealth doing well. Hodgie up into sixth past Jerry Smiles, who is desperate for points today as he is in a close battle with Wacky Racer, who is not here, who is not picking up points. Nigel then is up into second. He's got past Firepower, and Muhammad Ali is fancying the same move on the Lexus, and he handled the Lexuses in the first race, but it was dry then, and that Genesis maybe doesn't like the braking so much in the wet, and he's not getting away with them moves like Jagger that he pulled in the first race. But Nigel has got a flame up his butt, and he is meaning to do business today. Muhammad Ali does get past the Lexus and takes the pink Genesis up into a podium position as Firepower now under threat from the two BMWs. The third right is gonna take the Lexus on, and no, not quite. Yes, it is now, and Stealth gets himself past the Lexus as the Lexus parks in the dirt, and Slowpoke also getting past his teammate. And the Corvettes really aren't handling the rain. Look at them, they're far back. Them cars must be quite frail in the wet stuff. Seabroad, come on my son. I am rooting for Seabroad this race, I tell you. Lap 3 of 15 and Seabroad still leading, but Nigel is absolutely on fire in the new old Honda, and he is chasing that win down. Muhammad Ali showing well in the first race is now in third, but he's got the BMW of Stealth and Hodgie closing in. A slow start from the BMWs, but as the race continues they seem to be warming to the wet track. Jerry Smiles is playing dare with the edge of the track there. In 6th spot with Slowpoke in 7th, ahead of Firepower in 8th, and the Corvette's absolutely nowhere. And it doesn't look like... Well, the Americans don't usually race in the rain, so why would they build a car that works in the rain? Niggle's in the lead. I apologise. Niggle is in the lead up against Seabroad as he takes them brakes late, hugs onto the apex, and absolutely trounces the Mercedes. And the Honda looks special in the rain, doesn't it, eh? Broad then down into 2nd in the Mercedes, and Grahamad Ali in 3rd with Stealth and Hodgie, and coming for them. Jerry Smiles as well, just behind. So Grahamad Ali, better watch out. He's got all the German cars behind him. Slowpoke in 7th, ahead of Firepower. Not bad for the Lexis, as they are ahead of the Corvettes, and Smoky Tom has done the fastest lap of the race, so maybe the Corvettes aren't as slow as I said they were in the rain. Maybe now the tyres are starting to get a little warmed up, and they're starting to find some... Whoa! They're finding each other. Poor guys. It's not what you need. It's not what you want. Horner would be pulling his hair out. So Niggle leads from the race. Seabroad in 2nd, Grahamad Ali in 3rd with Hodgie in 4th. Hodgie has got past his teammate Stealth somewhere along the way. Hodgie tasting the champagne already once today, fancies another go at it. But Jerry Smiles is staying with him, keeping up with the pace. Firepower is in 7th with Slowpoke in 8th. Smoky Tom is on his way with Declan there behind. I don't think anything's going to stop Niggle today. I reckon my money's on the Niggle to get this one done. Broad is in 2nd. Grahamad Ali 2:05.0 last time around. Seabroad at 2:05.7. It's tough when it's only 10th in it to be able to mount an attack. Hodgie looking very speedy in the BMW now on lap 5 of 15. 10 laps to go. The tyres looking a little worn, but okay at the moment. Stealth in 5th. Jerry Smiles in 6th. Firepower is back ahead of Slowpoke. Was it the other way round? Oh, Slowpoke did a 2:14 last time around. So Firepower goes back ahead of his teammate, and Smoky Tom, with his accident with his teammate there, are somewhat off the pack now and are just driving for the checkered flag and hoping someone else has a nightmare along the way. Let's hope Niggle doesn't get too complacent. It looked like he had a shoe-in for 3rd place in the first race, and we all saw what happened there. So Niggle, he's got to have that awareness of him. He knows what happened in the first race, and he can't count on anything. But at the moment, leading this race and leading it well. Seabroad has been caught up by Grahamad Ali, and Grahamad Ali, I believe, will be looking for a way by the Mercedes. And you've got the two BMWs hunting the podium down just behind. So Grahamad does not want to hang around. He's got the inside line here into the final corner, and it looks like the Genesis has made the move possible. Beautiful from the pink Genesis there as it makes its way by the Mercedes. And we've got two Beamers absolutely going at it for 4th and 5th. Oh, Grahamad lost the position somehow. And now he's gained the position. No, has he? Yes, I don't know. No, Seabroad still got it. No, Grahamad's got it. They're dicing, ladies and gents. Dicing in every corner. Positions changing. here, there, and everywhere. Hodgie still has the upper hand on his teammate Stealth there, as Jerry Smiles in 6 has lost touch with the BMWs now, but he's got a good, healthy lead on Slowpoke. Oh, Slowpoke back ahead of Firepower. Firepower and Slowpoke keep swapping positions. I think it's through mistakes rather than racing. Smoky Tom now has pulled away from his teammates slightly. And they'll be playing catch-up today, seeing if they can catch up the Lexis. Niggle leading, pulling out more of a lead on Grahamad, who looks like he's made that overtake stick now. And Seabroad in 3rd, left wide open to the BMWs. Things that make you go, BMW. So Hodge, the winner of the first race. Trying to emulate that feeling, come away from this with a double win would be an absolute feather in one's cap. But he's got 3 cars in his way, and one of them is absolutely swift today. And that will be the number 720 Castrol NSX Honda, the new old Honda. Doing a beautiful job there in the rain. Grahamad Ali just ahead of Seabroad. Seabroad at the moment holding his own against the BMWs, and Stealth there in the second BMW. Jerry Smiles has really dropped off that race. He was with them. Has he had a bad one? A 2:19.3 from Jerry Smiles, and he is not enjoying this boat race so far. Firepower in 7th. Smoky Tom has caught one of the Lexis. Firepower, no, it might have been a mistake rather than an overtake, because it was a 2:19 that last time around. Declan also, it's Slowpoke, sorry, it's Firepower that was doing okay. And it looks like the Lexis are not the best suited car for the rain. Both of them struggling to keep the back ends under control, even with traction control on. Declan then, and Smoky Tom opting for no traction. Well, you can never trust the dashboard on these anyway. You never know what if it is or not. I've seen them before when they say they've got traction on, and the drivers have said no, I didn't have traction on. Jerry looks like he was going slow there. He did a 2:19.3 last time around, so you will be driving with a bit of the fear. That's the problem. After you make a small mistake, you don't want that mistake to happen again, so you do ease off a little bit. And in the rain, small mistakes happen all the way around, and if the fear grabs you, you don't even want to touch the accelerator. But at the moment, Jerry Smiles trying to build up the confidence in his car again in the rain, as Smoky Tom Corvette, who came second last race out, is pushing on to try and gain that position. Stealth in 5th, still chasing his teammate Hodgie, but they've built up a gap, and then Seabroad is doing a champion's job ahead of Hodgie. We've seen the pace of the BMW, and he is doing a super job. He comes over here though, rather than takes a tow, which is I don't know. It's a strange one to me. I noticed in my race they kept coming over there, and I was too far back to get a tow from them, so I don't understand that. Jerry Smiles has gone into the pits. He's not happy about something. It is a non-stop race, but maybe you can stop to put new intermediates on, but I don't see the point if no one else is going to do the same thing. So Niggle leads this race from Grahamad Ali. Seabroad under pressure now from Hodgie. Hodgie looks like he's going to make the move on lap 8 of 15, but not quite, and Seabroad maintains position, but that is a lot of pressure for Seabroad at the moment to deal with, as Hodgie closes up the gap in the BMW. And the Mercedes at the moment still holding their ground, but they're side by side coming over the hill. But I'd say the Mercedes in a better position for the track dominance. And Hodgie, though, is there, and Hodgie not quite. And Seabroad still maintains that, and they couldn't even give me a wide enough angle to give me both cars in that shot. What? They really did skim over the replay options, spectate options on Gran Turismo 7. GT Sport was amazing. But I've got to say, I think you can change that camera. So Seabroad at the moment under immense pressure for that final podium position from the Hodge Meister. Stealth with all this. Oh, and Nigel is pitting. So these guys are pitting. And so here's Muhammad Ali. It's not getting any drier. Seabroad's coming in as well. Hodgie stays out. I mean, maybe they've still got to do a mandatory pit stop. We didn't in our league. Spoilers, sorry, if you're going to want to see it. But, yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if there was still a mandatory pit stop being deployed in League One. And that is so bizarre. Declan carries on with Smoky Tom going in as well. So, yes, they obviously decided to crack on with the pit stops. Jerry Smiles then, it's not so bizarre that he came into the pits. And he's back out with a fresh set of intermediates. And Firepower also making a pit stop a lap earlier. And Smoky Tom just getting to his pit box as Jerry Smiles through. Slowpoke hasn't pitted. Declan hasn't pitted. Broad has. He's in 5th behind Muhammad Ali. Niggle's pitted from the lead, so it's the two BMWs that have not pitted. Bloomfield in the chat saying, I think the GT3 tyre deg is a lot higher than our GT4s. Yeah, I get that, but it weren't really, I mean, it's only half worn, isn't it? They're hardly touched. I mean, our race crashed anyway after 4 or 5 laps. We had to restart the race on lap 10, so maybe that negated any kind of tyre wear issues that we had. But I know the Group 3s do deg the tyres more than the Group 4s, but still. It's not like they're red raw all the way through. They could have looked after them. I'm wondering if Hodgie and Stealth are going to pit. Maybe we're seeing a little bit of tactics here. No. Hodgie's definitely coming in, and Stealth's coming in. So yeah, everyone pitted, and Nigel will retake the lead. Bloomfield saying, or maybe they really don't want to go anywhere near red because, oh yeah, they've got a rule in this league that if you run a whole lap on a red tyre, then you can get disqualified. So Nigel then back in the lead, Muhammad Ali in 2nd, the other Corvettes pitting, Declan into the pits. Seabroad has been beat by Hodgie, has he though? No, he has not. Seabroad gets down to the first corner, ahead of the BMW and Stealth. Oh, Stealth's crossed the penalty line. Who's behind him? Jerry Smiles, but Jerry, I don't know if that's going to help him. Jerry is been, oh no, Slowpoke has not pitted yet. And Slowpoke there giving Jerry Smiles what for. As Smoky Tom in 8th and Declan comes out the pits ahead of Firepower, whom is in 10th. So everyone's pitted apart from one, I think, isn't it? Yeah, Slowpoke. Nigel then leads this race. I dare not call him the Rainmeister, but so far in this race, he has been the Rainmeister. Muhammad Ali in the Genesis, not an Aston Martin. Who would think that's an Aston Martin? Only a fool. Who is the bigger fool? The fool or the fool that follows the fool? Seabroad in 3rd at the moment. Got the legs on Hodgie. Can he maintain? The only German car on the podium. And the BMW hunting him down after his race win. There's Stealth having to pay his Michael Massey fine for going an inch over a white line because he got such an advantage. But it's all right. He's already got an advantage on Jerry Smiles. So the position is safe. He just cannot go forward now and have a battle for the podium, which we was absolutely rubbing our hands waiting for. A three-way battle for that podium. And the silly penalty line out the pits ruined it for us. Jerry Smiles, though, is a little closer to Stealth, but Stealth has had good pace and would assume he'd stay ahead of Jerry Smiles. Slowpoke in 7th ahead of Declan. It's not a million miles. If Declan can get some good laps in, he might be able to put some pressure. Oh no, Smoky Tom, what's going on? Slowpoke. How Smoky Tom ended up behind Declan? I thought Smoky Tom was ahead of Declan, you know. It's like Declan's later pit stops done him the world of goods. Because somehow he's ahead of Smoky Tom, who did a 2:16 last time around with that. Who knows? Not quite sure what's happened to the Corvettes. I would wager a guess that Smoky Tom's had an off. But I don't want to say it out loud just in case I'm wrong. And Firepower in 10th. Niggle at the moment at 2:03.5. Grahammed at 2:03.4. He's taken the fastest lap of the race. He's saved the best until the end. And he is pushing on. And the Honda might have to fight for that win. With Grahammed Ali absolutely slinging the Genesis at the moment. Broad still maintaining that 3rd place ahead of Hodgie. And it looks like Hodgie's going to have to find something special if he wants to try and get past the Mercedes. Stealth in no man's land really in 5th place. Jerry Smiles 2:04.5. Stealth doing a... Oh, it's an outlap still, so you can't quite tell yet. Slowpoke in 7th. Declan in 8th. And Smoky Tom in 9th place with Firepower in 10th. But our attention is drawn to the lead here with only 3 laps to go. And it looks like Grahammed Ali has unlocked something. He's leveled up that Genesis somewhere along, because it's slapping now. And Niggle 2:03.4 versus a 2:02.9. That's nearly half a second, ladies and gents. And that is a great deal in racing terms. Seabroad fighting for his podium. Hodgie throwing everything he's got at the Mercedes. Grahammed Ali, he was on a push, but it looks like Niggle has managed to... Oh yeah, Niggle's getting some purples as well. It's the battles of the purples up here, and it's not Corvettes. It's like the JTDM at the front here. JTM, Japanese Touring Car, JTCM. And Niggle is absolutely owning it in the zones, isn't he? Getting those purples. He wants that fastest lap back, and he's pulled away over just a few corners. So great stuff there from the Honda driver. Seabroad doing anything he can to try and keep the Hodge back. Oh my word, that is what they have to put up with. On board with Hodgie in the BMW as he chases the Mercedes. Can he do anything? We're going into lap 13. So it's this lap and 2 laps to go. Time is running out to get something done. on that much shade. It's pulling away, is it not? It looks further away. Although it looks very close there, so it's just a point of view thing there. As a Stealth in 5th. Apart from the penalty, out of the pits, done nothing wrong really. Jerry Smiles, he's had a solid race as well. In 6th, Declan in 7th. He's going to beat his teammate and the leg size. And the speed of Smoky Tom even further back, behind Firepower now. I don't think Slowpoke pitted, you know. I think he's the only one that did not pit. So I don't know if you had to pit or not. It's muddled it up for me with Slowpoke not pitting, and they're definitely outside the pit stop window. I don't know if they had to pit. They must have just all decided to pit. Or Slowpoke's going to find himself DQ'd for not doing the pits. Declan then at the moment. The lead Corvette in 7th, a little too far off Jerry. Jerry trying to catch up the Stealth, but Stealth's way too fast. Hodgie was trying to get all over that podium, but Seabroad just seems to have enough in his bag to keep the Hodgie at bay. Grahamad went for that push, but then Niggle came back even harder, pushed back against the Grahamad Ali. And Niggle still leading this race, and we're on the penultimate lap now, and Niggle cannot afford to put 1 foot wrong as he makes his way around the Nürburgring for round 9 of the Ultimate Racing League, League 1. That's why I say tier, because you can't say league twice. League 1. Or maybe I should just call it the Ultimate Racing League 1. Round 9. And don't forget, you can see all of the races, the part of the Sunday evening roster for the Ultimate Racing League. Go to their Facebook page, and all their streamers, commentators, post the races on the Facebook page. So that's probably the easiest place to find it. Just search for Ultimate Racing League. Come and take part. I guess this season it's 10 rounds. Next round is Le Mans. And then the new season there'll probably be a couple of weeks gap, and then the new Sunday evening series will start. Get yourself signed up if you fancy it. If you fancy that you can beat Niggle or Grahamad Ali, get yourself signed up. Hodgie has got it. Oh no, Brody. I was rooting for you, bruh. So Seabroad then. He's had a lot of pressure from numerous cars in this race, and that was just something and nothing, wasn't it? That really was. It's like he moved out of the way for Hodgie. Ooh, will there be an investigation? Championship fixing? I can't see that, can I? I wouldn't look at the championship now. Surely he didn't do that on purpose, and I can't see why he would. Gets nothing out of it. Hodgie is 9th in the championship, and Seabroad is 12th. Hodgie is trying to catch up. Hodgie is on the same points as Firepower, but he's already beaten Firepower, so no. I think Seabroad made a mistake there. I don't see that as any kind of championship fixing. And Niggle then, he's just started his final lap. Sorry, I got all excited. I thought I'd missed the line. And Grahamad pushing on. And Bloomfield in the chat saying he slipped him a 20 quid, I tell you. And Niggle, never know. It looked really like he pulled over, didn't he? But I'm sure it was a mistake. So Niggle, 72, leads the race from Grahamad Ali on the final lap. Hodgie finally gets up and into that podium position with Seabroad making it rather easy for him in the end after all that pressure. It seems something in nothing. that got Hodgie by. I like to see a huge overtaking manoeuvre, so that was rather disappointing. Stealth in 5th with Jerry Smiles 6th, Declan in 7th, Slowpoke in 8th without that pit stop, Firepower in 8th, and Smoky Tom's race is not gone well for him at all. Niggle then coming up the hill to the left, to the right, shake it up, it's alright. Niggle then, I don't know if he's had a win yet this season because I've not covered most of the season. We had to swap commentators after round 7 because I think the other commentator was busy. He was spreading his wings or something. And Niggle then comes around the final corner to take all the plaudits. And what a drive from the Honda NSX there to take the win. Great stuff there from Niggle. Muhammad Ali on the push there at the end for second. Hodgie rounds out his round 9 with a double podium, a win and a third. And that is fantastic. Blinding work there from the BMW. The McShady's in 4th with Seabroad. Stealth brings the other BMW home in 5th with Jerry Smiles in the 2nd McShady's for 6th. Declan brings it home in the big purple throbbing Corvette for 7th spot, and it's been a tough race for the Corvettes and the Lexis. It looks like they did not handle very well. Slowpoke, who went without a pit stop, bringing it home in 8th place. And he got those tyres to last just about as he crosses the line for 8th. Cracking stuff. The other Lexi behind him in 9th, and Smoky Tom finishing in 10th. I don't know how many times I called him Smoky Joe. I apologise. Well, that happened quickly. I should have paused that. Now you've got to look at this. But I suppose it's like a result page. There's not much to talk about. Anyway, I usually like to go through the field and show you, but you can see. You can see who finished where. We had Niggle taking a fantastic win with Muhammad Ali in 2nd, Hodgie in 3rd. Seabroad finishing in the McShady's in 4th, Stealth in 5th, Jerry Smiles 6th, Declan in 7th, Slowpoke 8th, Firepower in 9th, and Smoky Tom rounding it out in 10th place. So, only one more round to go, and the championship could be wide open. Who knows? If there's no wacky racer for the final rounds, it could be anything goes. Thank you for joining us here again. Don't forget, go on Facebook, the Ultimate Racing League, to look at all the leagues. There's five leagues covered for Sunday. They also have racing on Wednesdays, and they do ACC, they do F1, they do it all. Check it out for yourself. Don't forget to drink a ridiculous amount of Dubby. I think it comes in powder form. I haven't overly looked into it, but if it's that powdery stuff that you can mix up, there might be more than one way of taking it than drinking it. You know? And if you're feeling quite hot after that race, don't forget about Eldridge Air Conditioning. They are the reason that I have learnt to do handstands in the nude. Thank you, Turu. Peace and love. Peace and love.